What is going on, everybody? This is Major League Hatz, and I'm doing an impromptu live stream. So right off the bat, I do have a hat to show you guys. Of course, this is a Thursday, so normally we would have our podcast in the afternoon today. But you guys know I'm kind of taking a sabbatical from the podcast. But what I wanted to tell you guys, and obviously nobody's on here right now, so that's perfectly fine because I don't expect anybody to have the notifications set, except for Professor Hatter has his notifications. So good job, Hatter. Appreciate it. By the way, I'm sending you my picture so I could get my Sharks card, my hockey card. Anyways, guys, I will be, when I took a break from doing the live streams, I told you guys, I don't know how long it's going to be. I think it's been about 3 weeks or so, but I reevaluated everything on how I want to do stuff. And, I felt good the other day doing the live stream with you guys, and you guys always make it worth my time and efforts. And realistically, you guys are the reason why I keep doing this, because you guys make it fun for me. We go back and forth, we have a little riff. And in the end, we're all just having a good time. And that's why I like doing this channel. Anyway, so I'm going to be redoing the live stream starting next Thursday. I just got a lot of stuff going on today, so I just kind of won't work into the plans. But next Thursday, we'll go back to our normal live stream time. So if you guys are able to join in, if you guys want to join in, please come back on next Thursday. I might try to change the time a little bit. I would like to try to do it a little bit earlier, maybe like 4 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Eastern, or 6 o'clock in Professor Hatter's case. That's the one thing I would like to possibly change. For now, though, we'll say 5:30, but I'll try to put a reminder on Instagram if that helps you guys. The other thing is, though, I was talking to my buddy in Atlanta. He knows who he is. Name's Michael. Anyways, he gave me a good idea. I got to come up with some rules, and I've already kind of annoyed one person because I know they don't watch my videos all the time, and that's perfectly fine. But I don't like the way people respond, because it's like, I told people I was taking a little bit of a break from social media, from live streams, and then they get offended. Well, you know what? That's just how it is. I'm not going to try to respond to every little message. I will put like a little thumbs up or whatever, showing that I saw your message or whatever. But some comments, they don't need to be responded to. So one of my new rules is I'm not going to respond to every comment, especially if there are no comments really necessary. I really try to respond to every comment and read what you guys are saying and kind of, think about it, digest it, so I could respond to it. Because you guys took the time out of your day to put that comment there. I should take the time out of my day to reply to that comment. Well, I learned and I figured out that some comments, there's just really nothing to reply to. So I'm not going to reply to every comment. Plus, some comments are just very generic. They just say, great video. Okay. What part of my video did you like again? I kind of missed that part. Great video, huh? Okay. Was it the beginning? Was it the middle? Was it the end? I don't know. What's up, Michael? How you doing? I was just talking about you and how you were telling me I should set up some rules. So I am going to set up those rules. So first rule, no need to respond to every comment because it's just not necessary. I won't be going probably on social media every day. I just don't feel like I need to post a post every day. So that's like rule number 2. I'll be going back on it more than I usually go. Right now, I've been going on it like every 3 or 4 days to check the comments. And that's kind of where I had an issue, because somebody that said something, they're like, well, you always keep disappearing, so bye. It's like, yeah, because I said I'm taking a break from social media. If you watched my videos, you would see that. And if you get offended by that, then I'm sorry. But I guess that's fine with me, honestly, because, I take the time to make timestamps for my comments. That's because you got too much free time, Hatter. I don't have time for timestamps. Hey, Andy Arias, how you doing, bud? I don't, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. If you get offended, if I disappear, if we're talking or whatever, and I all of a sudden just stop talking and you get offended by that, then get offended by it. Because honestly, the way I am, guys, I understand if I'm talking to you guys on social media or responding, I will try to, have a closing, like, hey, bye, I got to go, or I'll see you later. But sometimes I can't help it and I have to go. And it's just plain and simple. Sometimes, I'll be driving and I don't respond to any messages, or I'll get in the car and I responded and then for some reason you take a couple minutes to get back to me and I'm driving. Of course, I'm not going to respond to you while I'm freaking driving. I have an abandonment issues. Yes, you do, Hatter, but that's okay. We still love you, especially story time with Hatter. So, you can't take offense to me disappearing. And honestly, guys, I have trouble sleeping, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I fall asleep. I fall asleep at weird hours. I fall asleep during the day. I wake up early in the morning. Like today, I woke up at like 4:30 for like no reason at all. Yesterday, I woke up at 2 a.m. I had to go take my dad to the hospital for a procedure. And I was pretty much in and out all day, like staying up and running errands and stuff. And, I only maybe had like a little bit of time to myself. So maybe I'll respond, to your comment that. But then if I got to go, I got to go. And I expect the same thing from you guys. If I'm responding to you guys and I don't hear back from you guys, with the exception of Hatter, because Hatter just never responds, as unbusy as he is, he just doesn't respond. My buddy Hatter. I understand life happens, stuff happens. Things come up when you expect it. Sometimes you guys see when I'm doing my live stream, I get a phone call. I got to fix that. I don't know why I haven't fixed that, but I get a phone call about something and I have to take it. It's just the way it is. So I expect the same thing from you guys. So if you guys get offended by that, then just unsubscribe. I don't need it. I don't want it. I treat you guys the same way. And I hope you guys treat me the same way. If you're not able to respond to me, the world's not coming to an end. Okay. It's just the way it is. There's a lot more things out there that are more, that need to be taken care of first. And for me, YouTube is not first priority. I love doing YouTube. I like doing YouTube. I will continue to do YouTube, but YouTube is not my first priority. And just so you guys know, I'm not like a lot of people. I don't sleep or live with my cell phone in my hand. I'm not a teenage girl or teenage boy in my son's case that has his cell phone constantly next to him. So I'm not responding to every text message or anything. So if you get offended by that, then just unsubscribe, because if that offends you, then probably half the shit I do on my channel is going to offend you in a sense, because I try to watch what I say, but also I don't have a filter. Just like, I tell Hatter all the time that hockey sucks and that the Cardinals should have went on to win the World Series. I'm just kind of messing with you guys. And some people actually get offended with that. Hatter, I know, hates the Cardinals, so that's why I say that. Hey, Cosby's wasting money. How you doing? I'm busy running Mount Prospect. Mount Prospect into the ground. By the way, how's your dad? Hatter says, he's doing okay. I had to take him to do a fistula procedure. They had to put a catheter in because they have to redo his fistula. And he has another appointment on Tuesday to fix the area where his fistula is. So he has that, but he had a catheter inserted yesterday. Then I had to take him to dialysis, and he didn't get out until about 7 o'clock. So he's doing okay. He's been on dialysis for like 11, 12 years. If you guys don't know, my sister was on dialysis. She had kidney issues and she passed away after like 10, 11 years. So I know what kind of toll it can take on the person or on the person's body. I know what's going on. So unfortunately, I just got to deal with it. There's a lot of people that have to deal with a lot worse issues. And that's not even counting my own personal stuff. So anyway, I'm not going to respond to every comment. If you guys get offended, if I'm not on social media every day or I stop talking to you for whatever reason, just unsubscribe now. Just do yourself a favor, because that's just not me. The other thing is I want to have some fun with this channel. Go back to, what I used to do, have fun, make hats interesting. And that's what it's all about. I respect all you guys' opinions. But at the same time, the other rule I'm going to do now, and you guys know I don't usually delete anything, but if your comment, and I've kind of always said this, is basically a bullying or a hateful type comment, I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to start looking at the comments a little bit closer in a sense. I've always looked at them, but I usually don't delete them. But I'm going to start deleting them, because some comments just do not need to stay up there. And, for some people who don't want to see the whole truth about situations, I'm not going to leave your comment up there so you can attack me. If you want to attack me, that's fine. But just know you're just wasting your time typing it up. I mean, that's why sometimes, like on some people's channel, hey, Hughes Text 99, how you doing, bud? Some people's channels, I don't even bother leaving a comment on, because I've watched, individuals' channels, like in my case, wrestling channels, long enough to know that the host, no matter what I say, because I know his mindset, or I don't want to say I know his mindset, but I have a good idea about his mindset, that if I spend my 5 minutes of typing or 2 minutes, in Hatter's case is like 15 minutes, because he really goes into detail. He's like doing like a full page review. the dude's just going to delete it. So there's no point in me spending all my time, and I'll just give him a thumbs down. It's just a lot easier instead of just leaving a comment. So I will be deleting comments if I feel that it is necessary to delete a comment. So, if your comment gets deleted, I might I'll tell you if you ask, but I mean, I'm not going to go to everybody's comment that I delete and say, hey, by the way, I delete your comment, delete your comment. No, if you want to ask me what happened to my comment, I'll just tell you I delete it. So no big deal. So I will be deleting the comments. The last kind of like little rule that I'm going to go by is that, I enjoy the fact that I have friends on YouTube, but I would like to hope that you guys get to know me a little bit better in that sense. And I don't have friends in my personal life because it's not because of my personality. Yes, my personality can be a little touchy, but anybody that really, really gets to know me, I've been married for 20 something years. Okay. So, what does that tell you? My wife must like me, but it also tells you that I got a lot of obligations and I honestly don't have time for friends in a sense. I always tell people, hey, call me because I'm terrible at the phone. I hate talking on the phone. Text messaging is just always just easier. I'm not a big email kind of guy, but text message is the way to go. I don't have friends because I don't have friends. It's not because people don't like me. It's just I don't have friends, or people get offended by me really, really easy. And if they get offended really, really easy, then they don't deserve to have me as a friend, because I've always been the person that doesn't sugarcoat what I say. I'm trying to still work on that a little bit, honestly, because I think I need to sugarcoat it a little bit. But I've never been a sugarcoater. And yes, it rubs people the wrong way. But at the same time, at the end of the day, if you're my friend, I'm going to go to bat for you. I'm going to stick up for you. I'm going to fight for you, whatever you want to call it. But you're my friend, okay? And if you don't feel the same way about me, then I'm not going to have you around. And also, it takes me a little bit of time to trust people. I've had a lot of people that were untrustful, that, kind of, I don't want to say stab me in the back, whatever. They just don't do you right. So I'm not going to, it takes me a little time to warm up to you. So like the people who I consider friends on YouTube, there's a reason why they're friends on YouTube. I feel like I've gotten to know them quite a bit, and I look forward to hopefully meeting, a number of you guys one day. I am going down to LA down in December, and I hope I can hook up with a friend down there, and that would just be really cool. So, I am going to be taking a couple more steps to make sure that, hey, I'm having fun first and foremost. Second of all, I'm hoping you guys are having fun. So with that being said, I do got a hat to show you guys. So I will be back next Thursday. I just got some running around to do today, and I have a little hour break before I got to go pick up the kid, and then I got to go take him to an evaluation because, if I told you guys before, he was diagnosed with autism, so I have to go take him to some more evaluations because they're going to be getting him someone to kind of work with him to try to harness his energy and help him to educate, I guess you guys say, to work with other kids, because an autistic kid or somebody with autism, one of their development issues is that interpersonal skills. Sometimes some kids are a lot worse, some kids have it a little bit less. So my son, he's not really an introvert or whatnot. He doesn't really want to interact with other kids, and so, as I call it, they're going to put somebody with them to on the kid training. So that's where I got to go take him, but he has to do like a 2-hour evaluation with an assessor. So that's what I'll be doing today. I saw you got 2 new goalies. Interesting move. No, did I get 2 new goalies? I only remember picking up 1 new goalie because my other goalie kind of sucked. And yeah, and Clay, I think I'm playing Clay in this week's league. He did really good yesterday, and I got really annoyed because I was big up on him, and now I'm only like 3 points on him. Good luck to Bryce. Thank you. His text 99. Yeah, Bryce is my little guy, little T-ball. He is a fun little kid. He's my little Devo, and he keeps me on my toes. So, that's kind of also what bothered me, just so you guys know. I know I was going to try to get off a bit, but that is what also bothered me about the whole situation, guys. And we're not going to go into any detail about it, but when somebody calls me a bully and they try to attack me personally, I get really affected by it. Because with my son being diagnosed with autism, and even before that, I have some difficulties myself or disabilities as a young kid myself that I've had to overcome. One of them, of course, I was a slow learner. I wore thick glasses, and I had an operation when I was like 21 to put lenses in my eyes. So I used to get teased a lot. And when somebody, says that I'm a bully, that honestly really affects me because, my case, I'm not a bully. I just tell it straight. And if you take that as bullyism, then you're very misconceived about what the notion or the perception of a bully really is. So that did have a lot to do with me. That bothered me. And sometimes, with it being this time of the year, Christmas and Thanksgiving. This is the time my mom passed away, so the depression kind of really kicks in. Anyways, so let's get back to hockey or whatnot. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys the hat I want to show you. Actually, I'm going to show you guys the jersey. So I told you guys that my lids hooked me up. They let me use like 10 or 11 rewards last week. I was freaking super excited because I told you guys the rewards thing is killing them and it's annoying the crud out of me. And I really want to use my rewards there at that store because that's where I make a lot of my purchases or I pick up my stuff from there. And I don't think it's fair I go somewhere else to use my rewards when I never go in that store. So the one thing that I was able to pick up and use my rewards is I got this nice old school Florida Marlins Andre Dawson jersey. Now, I really honestly wanted a Roberto Clemente. They didn't have one in. They said down the line they'll get it. So I got the next best thing. I got this nice teal Florida Marlins Cooperstown collection, $110. So I got this jersey with 3 hats for $100 out the door. So I freaking love it. I have a hat that goes perfect with that. So you can't beat that. So I was like really excited because they basically told me MLGA make lids great again. Hey, there you go. There's a hashtag right there, hat or that and back. Really freaking happy because, this whole rewards thing is ridiculous. This is why I feel like either Lids is going to go bankrupt or Fanatics is just going to keep the Lids name just to have the Lids name recognition. But I will not get how they'll be able to kind of basically have 2 different platforms because in the end of things, if they don't fix that reward system, more people are going to go to Fanatics. My last 4 or 5 purchases have been Fanatics and New Era because I've been saving a little bit more money when I bought stuff. So, okay. So one of the hats that I picked up, and I picked up this hat before, Johnny G's not in here, but he said he had trouble finding these hats at the store, but I got the New England Patriots. This is that state reflective flag. So as soon as you take that picture, you can see the state symbol right here. It is actually a really cool hat. You guys all know that. I won't say I'm a bandwagon New England fan, but you guys know I like New England because of Tom Brady, because he's from my area. So I've always kind of root for Tom Brady and the Patriots. If Tom Brady wasn't there, honestly, I probably wouldn't be rooting for him, but I like these hats. They didn't have, I don't think they had the Niners one, so I didn't get it, or they did, and I just didn't feel like getting it. Plus, I already have a number of 49ers hats, so I'll maybe get that one later. So I got the New England Patriots. This one's really cool. And the cool part about these ones are, okay, one, they got that logo in the back. So I always find that kind of weird that they don't have the NFL logo in the back like they do. Basically, every Major League or minor league baseball hat, you guys know, they will have the baseball batter man in the back. But with football or hockey, they don't always have basketball, they don't always have the league patch in the back. The football got the NFL logo or the NHL or the Jerry West logo. So I find that interesting. Now, underneath, it is actually cool. They have the state symbol. So when you take that picture, here is what will pop up on the front there. So that is actually really cool. Basically, it says Foxborough Incorporated, and since I am blind, I think it says 1718. So yes, so Foxborough Incorporated. So that's pretty sweet. 758 polyester. So let's try it on. But I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about picking up these state reflective flags. So let me know what you guys think. It is kind of loose. It is made in China. I told you guys last week. I heard that there is a difference on the fitting between Bangladesh and China made, and I need to start paying a little bit more of attention to that. This one is made in China. This is my Rochester Red Wings hat, and this one actually feels a little tight. So, I mean, to me, that theory that Bangladesh versus China, runs a little bit smaller, bigger, to me, it's already obsolete because these are both made in China. These are both 100% polyester, but yet the football one feels a lot bigger on it. So as you guys can see, if you guys can see, it says both made in China, 100% polyester. So to me, there's no difference in the material, but yet the football one is actually very, very much bigger on my head compared to the Rochester Red Wings minor league little one. Let's see here. Nice. I root for Jimmy G because he's from my area. Exactly. What's up, Hatz? How you doing, Rob S? How you doing? I got my salute to service hat yesterday, and it's snug 7.5. The Red Wings logo looks like the Aerosmith logo. The Made in the USA ones fit the best. Yeah, they do, Rob S 722. But you know, we all know it's going to be far and few between American made, so I'm not really going to worry about that. And yeah, I just so happen to still have the salute to service one nearby, and I think. Let me see here. You said yours fit a little snug. Mine actually fits a little loose, so that is kind of weird. Do you have your hair grown out, Hughes 99, or is it just it's just your interpretation? Because this one is another. Where is this one? This one's another polyester made in China, and I would call it a loose 7/5/8. But you guys know that I would say that I'm a natural 7.5, but I moved up to 7/5/8 because I was finding out that some hats I was ordering were starting to feel really tight really quickly. So I just went up to the 7.5/8. So I probably already naturally have a little extra room in the hat size itself. But then, like I said, I put on this one right here that I was wearing when I went to the first doctor's appointment, and it's a 7.5/8, as you guys know. And if it's already comfortably, I mean, there's not a lot of room in this particular one as it is. No, I got a haircut 2 weeks ago. Okay. I don't know how your hair looked anyways. So if you got a haircut, it shouldn't feel, tight. If anything, it should feel a lot loose, of course, since you just got a haircut. The Made in the USA ones fit the best. Yeah. I've been going with the low profile 5950s lately, and they have a really true to hat fit that I find. That's interesting. I just, for me, I don't like the low profile because, like, for my head, and I know a lot of people are different, of course, but for my head, I just don't feel, I feel like I have one low profile, and it's my LA Dodgers hat I got a long time ago. And I feel like, to me, it feels kind of weird. My head kind of feels kind of naked with that low profile look. But I know, like, a lot of people like it. So that's good to know. Maybe I should get a new low profile to see if that is the case, to kind of compare them a little bit. So maybe I'll pick up one if I see it on sale or something. Low profiles are great. Hatter, dude, you think bucket hats are great? You think hats that don't even fit you are great? You think hats that your grandfather, by the way, cool hat, by the way, I like your grandfather's hat, are great. So I'm just saying, Hatter, I don't know if I'm going to take your whole opinion about low profiles are great. Plus, you like pro lights, so you already lost points for the pro light comment. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. I am running around. Just like I said, got back from taking my dad to the dentist. He broke his denture because my dad has special powers, and he basically breaks everything that he gets. And I took him to the dentist, fixed his dentures, and going to take T-Ball to the evaluator in a little bit. So I just wanted to catch up. I'm not going to talk about wrestling because I don't see any Dan D9 on here or anybody else that might want to talk about wrestling. I've been watching wrestling. I got to catch up on the NXT from last night. The only thing I'm going to say is the draft sucked. I don't know why people are getting so crazed about AEW. I'm getting annoyed that they're saying that they're selling out all their events in like 20 minutes. Of course you're going to sell out your events. Of course you're going to have a packed house. You just started 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I don't even freaking remember. So why do you keep bringing that up? I know you're trying to flaunt your numbers. Call me in a year. Let me know after. No. A year's too soon. Call me like in 2 or 3 years after you've been on TV, after you've gone through a little bit of growing pains. Because right now, my personal opinion, AEW is not as great as everybody says it is. It's okay. I like it better than TNA. So obviously I'll keep watching because TNA, I watched a couple episodes and I was like, this crap's boring. But, I actually like watching AEW. Plus, honestly, no offense, I could see some of the old stars that I used to like watching in WWE, like, Dean Ambrose or Ty Dillinger or even Chris Jericho. So And there's some really good guys like Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Hangman Page. So there's a couple of good guys that I'm very happy now that I can finally freaking watch. So AEW is not as good as everybody says, but I'm probably going to get reamed for that one. See, I agree the draft was disappointing, and I have been watching AEW, and it's not that great. Still going to watch 8 Men Out this weekend. Yeah, I will, Hatter. Where's your video at? Make it a movie night with the family. They sell all their events because they are in small venues. Yep, and they're new. So, of course, Reds fan in Florida, what's up, buddy? Oh, the other thing, guys, I know that Jericho is fat. He is, but I would tell you, though, I do like his intro music. By the way, can we get rid of like the double entry already? I know somebody was saying on another podcast that they have the double entry, one for the heels and one for the baby faces. But I was watching, last night's AEW this morning, and I could have sworn, and maybe I'm off balance here, I could have sworn that like 3/4 of the people came out from the this side. What is that? My right side of the tube, and maybe only like a couple came out from the left side. So, are they coming out? I don't know. I don't like that tubing thing. That reminds me of the old WCW Saturday Nitro or Thunder that I didn't watch either. So I guess that's where they got that from. So yeah. My review is done with that. It's kind of long, and today I'm recording my history talk video. Hatter, one video at a time. It's all you can handle. They stole that double entry from the old ass TNA. Yeah. Yes, they did. And I didn't, honestly, I'm not a big fan of that. And that's just maybe me. Now, I will tell you, though, I don't really care that much for Raw's skateboard ramp entrance. I mean, it's different. So I get that. But I don't know if I'm digging it. I don't know. Call me old fashioned. Hit the keyboard. Call me old fashioned, but I'm not really digging the skateboard ramp entry type deal. Woo! I can't wait. Honestly, I'm waiting for Braun Strowman to take one of the little Lucha guys from the Lucha House Party, which I don't think he can because I think the Lucha House Party got drafted to SmackDown. So now I got to remember all this crap. Get thrown up the ramp. And I think Strowman, went to SmackDown, too. They're going to go with the 6-sided ring next, right? No shit. So, yes. Anyway, so I know you guys some of you guys aren't really subscribed to my card channel. I'm going to start that up, but what I'm going to do with it, it's called, Hatz, Hatz _auctions. I'm going to use that channel more to showcase some of the cards that I've been picking up lately. Why not? I'm not going to be like ripping like a lot of packs or anything. It's just to showcase the cards that I pick up, or maybe if you guys are interested in picking up some of the cards I sell, that's cool. But when I first got back into collecting sports cards, baseball cards mostly, of course. I do have some hockey because of my uncle, and I have some basketball and baseball that I've collected along the way too. But when I got back into collecting cards, I wanted to replace some of the old cards that I lost. I had like 36,000 baseball cards, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot as I've learned nowadays, but when you're 10, 11, 12 years old, and that's where all your money is. And for me, I didn't know anybody that had even a collection that was that big. I didn't know anybody that was into cards unless they were the baseball card shop. To me, that was a big deal. So when I got back into collecting cards, I wanted to kind of replace some of the cards that unfortunately I lost because of my mom's issues with narcotics. And yes, that's a true story. But because of that, I've been picking up some of the old cards that I lost. Yes, they're not very valuable. They're part of the junk wax era, as people call them. And so they're not very valuable, but they have a lot of meaning to me. And I've been able to pick up a number of cards that I've lost. Also, I wanted to start collecting more of my Frank Thomases. I hate the term PC, but Frank Thomas was the guy that I would always collect his cards for. He was the guy that I basically grew up watching, him and Griffey and Nolan Ryan. Those were the guys that I freaking envied and whatnot. And so I used to collect a lot of Frank Thomas cards. Every Frank Thomas, my goal was to get all his cards. And that's what I did. And I didn't have very many. I had about maybe 115, 120 Frank Thomas cards. So I'm going to start collecting more Frank Thomas cards. Maybe I'll get some more Giants cards along the way as well. By the way, go Astros. Houston 99. Thanks for throwing that in there. I like that. So I'm going to be putting those, what I pick up on my card channel. So I'm going to be doing that. And so if you guys are interested in it, tune into that. I'm going to probably do that more of a live stream when I do go on, just because I'm not. There's no point into editing it. I am going to try not to make it like 4 hours long, like some people are, but I'll do my best to keep it down because you guys know I don't like to take up a lot of your guys' time because I really appreciate everybody that comes on here. Hatter, me and you, we need to do that Streamlab thing if you haven't seen it, where we can be on here all at the same time, or anybody else. Hughes Text 99, Rob S, but I know Hughes Text doesn't probably want to do anything. Johnny G's probably sleeping because he had all those Coke orders last night. So, but I know Hatter probably wouldn't mind doing a joint stream, and I hear Streamlabs pretty good. So me and Hatter, we're going to look into that. A. Briggs is going off tonight. Can't believe Washington swept St. Louis. Wow. I can't honestly believe that either. That was actually a shocker. That just, I'm honestly, I'm like you, Reds fan in Florida. I'm shocked about that. I can't believe. I thought St. Louis would do a little bit better. It just, I guess it really tells you that the Braves, their year is going to be coming up. The Nationals are a good team, and yeah, Bryce Harper isn't there, but you guys know that old saying, addition by subtraction. And I was thinking about it like yesterday, and I know somebody else on the Major League Baseball Network said it, but I'm thinking, what is Bryce Harper really thinking? And the guy on the MLB Network said, well, he's opening up his bank app, and he's like, oh, he doesn't care. No. As an athlete, as somebody like Bryce Harper, Johnny G, finally you show up. We were just talking about you and all your Coke orders last night. Hopefully you weren't too busy last night. Yes, that's the dream, to do a dual stream. What's the big news? Astros versus Nats in the World Series. I still got Nats and Yankees. That's who I'm going with. You guys know I'm kind of a little annoyed with the Astros. Not because of the team, but because of other reasons. So I'm voting against the Astros. But I feel kind of bad because Hughes Text 99 has nothing to do with that, but I'm voting against the Astros. Anyways, sorry, guys. So, Bryce Harper, I'm going like, he must be really pissed off because, his best chance to win was that year when they shut down Steven Strasburg. And yes, they were in the playoffs. They did have their chances, but for some reason, they could never get over the hurdle. And then this year, they weren't, in my opinion, they weren't. A lot of people I know picked them to do good. I didn't expect them to be that good, what they're doing right now. I mean, even in the beginning, I thought they were going to get ousted by the Dodgers, obviously. But then Johnny G and the Dodgers kind of just blew it up. So yes, Johnny, that's a snag at your Dodgers there, buddy. I went to the barber this morning. Are you still getting charged $10 for a haircut? Because I'm jealous, dude. Like, to go get a haircut, it was like $24. I think it was at Supercuts. I need a coupon. I like the Astros to the World Series. You guys know I've been saying the Yankees and Dodgers, and my picks aren't looking very good because I originally had Red Sox and Dodgers. So, anyways, I feel kind of bad for Harper, but also you guys all know the Phillies did not play as good, or they had a lot of injuries. $12 plus tip. Yeah, you better tip your buddy, man. That's a sick ass deal. So I can't wait to see your fade. You get like that mullet haircut, Johnny G? Because I've only seen you like one time. So did you go with like the mullet? By the way, if you guys are not aware, apparently if you get a mullet haircut, it's considered a racist cut. I don't know. There's crazy things on YouTube nowadays. Dodgers choked away another good season. Yes, they did. Unpopular opinion, the Nationals are better than the Yankees. I don't know if I'll say that, but then again, a lot of people said the Dodgers were cool. So I wouldn't call it an unpopular opinion about that one. Get a fade on that side. So the last time I got a haircut, I just cut it myself, and since I'm just shaving it around. Is a mullet still a thing? Yes, it is. I just heard there was a country singer that's coming to the San Jose area, and if you cut your hair like a mullet like his, you will get free tickets to the event. Anyways, Johnny, just real quick to reiterate something. I was saying I'm going to start my live streams next Thursday back up. We're going to be having some fun. I made some rules and sense, but you don't have to worry about none of those rules because you're too cool. I wish I can cut my own hair. You can. Okay, Johnny. It's $10 razor at Walmart, and just start shaving. Do you really need hair? I mean, at our age, you don't even care about hair. So anyway, I don't know how much hair you have anyways, Johnny. It could be you already could have a bald head. I can't remember, honestly. Like, I saw one picture, and I'm like, wait, is that really Johnny? Or did he take a picture of some guy at his house of like one of his buddies? I haven't paid for a haircut in almost 15 years. do you have long hair or are you bald? I'm just curious. Just kidding. Hell no, I can't go. I can't go pelon. Why? You got to go pelon during the summer at least. I've been cutting my own hair since '06 because I have no hair. There you go. Let's see. Bold talk. Garrett Cole won't return to Astros next year. He's going to the Angels. Angels. Hatter, we already talked about that yesterday on your little Instagram. The only way the Angels are going to the World Series, by the way, Joe Madden signed a 3-year contract with the Angels, so Hatter's all wearing the Angels bandwagon gear now. The only way the Angels are going to the World Series is if they buy tickets. That's the only way, and they sit in like row 5. I'm glad Strasburg is still with the team for this run. I thought they were going to have a bunch of good years with him and Harper, but that wasn't the case. No, and I'm like you. I thought for sure with Harper, Strasburg, Zimmerman, Rendon, even I can't remember the catcher they had, but now they have Suzuki and Wieters. But yeah, I'm on the same boat. And then they had Soto, Michael A. Taylor. So yes, I'm on the same boat. I barter for my haircut. That's good. That's nothing wrong with that. So anyways, tonight, if you guys didn't know, Yankees are playing. They got canceled yesterday. So Yankees, Astros. I believe the Astros are up 2-1. So check that one out. I'm ready for Lakers versus Clippers action. For Clippers, yeah. Honestly, I'm ready to see the Lakers just because I want to see Anthony Davis. I saw a preseason game last night with the Lakers and the Warriors. They're playing like 3 preseason games, like back to back, and Anthony Davis was in it. So it'll be interesting to see how he gels. But I heard the most ignorant comment today on ESPN that the Houston Rockets with Westbrook and Harden are not going to be that good. And I'm like, really? Why is that? I don't believe that. So I understand that they were already together in Oklahoma City. So don't say nothing, Hatter. But I would like to think that these two guys matured a lot and they are understanding what it takes to finally win after seeing how the Warriors performed, how the Raptors performed the last couple of years. They could see what it takes to win that championship. And I would like to think, all egos aside, they're going to be pushed aside so they can finally win something. Celtics are going to be better this year without Kyrie. Who knows? We'll see once the season starts. I can't wait for AD on my fantasy basketball team. Hatter, you suck at football. You suck at baseball. I don't expect you to do anything in basketball. You're 2-0 at hockey, so you can toot your own little horn right there. Rockets NBA champs this year, and laughing face emojis times 3. Come on, you gonna diss the Raptors like that? Hughes Tex 99 after beating the Warriors. By the way, I don't. I already know Warriors are not going to be that great this year. They'll be lucky to get an 8 spot. I just don't see with Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, how they're going to be able to get into the playoffs. Don't be surprised if they do. And that's not a cop-out or anything. But the Warriors are still a very good team. They are still a very good team. So I could see them getting an 8 spot, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Klay Thompson is supposed to come back later in the year, if at all, because if they are winning, he will come back. If they're not winning, he shouldn't come back. So if he does come back because they're winning, they should be able to sneak into an 8th spot. You forgot to turn off auto draft. Yeah, I forgot to turn off auto draft, but I'm not crying that I got Giannis Antetokounmpo about it, so that's okay. They have no bench, like 0. Jazz going to be the 3 seed. Hatter, why do you always ruin the stream with your teams? Your Blackhawks, the Bears. By the way, how are those Bears doing? The Jazz, they all suck. Just kidding. Hat Club dropping the hat for $42. By the way, guys, did anybody pick up that $100 bedazzled Yankees hat? I know I didn't. Honestly, if I was a bigger YouTube, I'd probably pick it up just to tell you guys not to pick it up and then give it away, but I didn't pick it up. So $100 for a bedazzled hat. And I thought that Swarovski crystal hat that I got from Lids for about $70 plus tax was crazy. But you talking $100. $100 for a bedazzled hat. I think it was called bezeled hat or something, but yeah, $100 for that crappy hat. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, made in China bling, right? That's too much. By the way, I forgot to tell you about my little China story. So since Reds fan in Florida is in here, I want to tell you guys a little story. So you guys know that I was looking for some hats for my Australian buddy, and somebody sent me a link. Seemed like a good deal. I checked out the link and everything. It said it was out of California. They took PayPal for payment. So I'm thinking, sweet. Okay, this looks like a good deal. So I ordered a couple hats. They said 8 to 10 days for shipping and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, cool. So anyways, about 2 weeks go by and I got something in the mail on a Wednesday, but it was a small little package. Package was about this in one of these like little bubble envelopes. And I looked into it. And first of all, the one thing that got me a little suspicious or worried was that the tracking number was a customs number. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is it customs if they're coming from California? So when I got the package, I paid no attention and I got this cool little fidget spinner from my China buddies, as I call them, because it was from China. Anyways, so a couple more days go by and I'm like, hey, where are my hats? I haven't seen them. It's been like 2 weeks. Yes, Batman hatter, way to go. Way to figure it out with the Batman. Anyway, so I look up the custom number and it said it was delivered on Wednesday. I'm like, I didn't get nothing on Wednesday. I didn't get especially hats. Turns out they sent me a fidget spinner instead of 2 hats. And I got really pissed off because I messaged the people back in China, my China buddies, and what they wanted me to do was they're like, oh, we so sorry that the hat's out for like a month, so can you wait? I'm like, no, just give my money back. They refused to give my money back, so I filed a thing with PayPal, and they kept telling me, my China buddies kept telling me, well, the best that we can do is return. Okay, my purchase was $42, and they're like, the best we can do is give you $25 back, and I'm like, okay, I gave you guys 42. Why are you guys going to refund me $25? They basically they're like, well, we had to, the $10 that you paid goes to the shipping carrier. I'm like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. And then they wanted me to pay for this stupid fidget spinner. I'm like, no. Stupid phone. Hang on. Decline. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying for your guys' mistakes. So I went back and forth and I said, fine, you want me to return it? They wanted me to return the fidget spinner. I'm like, fine, send me a return envelope or, label, and I'll be happy to return. I got no problem returning your stupid product because I don't even want it. And they're like, we so sorry. This is what they said in their emails. I'm just adding the accent for fun. Anyways, they're like, we so sorry. We don't have return label for you. I'm like, I'm not sending your shit back then and paying for it. Why do I got to pay for it? So then they they're like, I'm like, you guys might as well just take it as a business loss and learn to fix your mistakes. By the way, they did admit that they sent me the wrong item. So I contact PayPal. I filed the case and everything. And then PayPal says, oh, in order to get your money back, you have to ship the fidget spinner back and pay for shipping. I called them up. I'm like, why do I got to pay for their mistake? Long story short, don't order from the website. I don't even remember what it is, but that just makes me believe that if I would have got the hats, they would have been some knockoffs. And yeah, they weren't actually located in California. They were out of China, which I did not agree to that purchase being in China. I thought they were in California. And then second of all, why would I have to pay for the fidget spinner when I didn't order the fidget spinner? Yeah. So that was my little headache. I was telling you about a China story last week. Let's see here. Oh, holy crap, that sucks. You got hosed. I did. That's not going to fit your head. Adding the accent for fun. Maybe they will give you $25 and give you the rest of the money in shrimp fried rice. That'd be nice, but it's coming from China. This is a real trade war with China. Hatter, that's another dumb comment, of course. You got finesse. What's that say? Finesse? You probably would have gotten some Velcro back hats. Yeah. So anyways, PayPal let me keep the fidget spinner. I got my $42 back, and I can't believe I had to go through all that just to get my freaking money back, which, by the way, on their website, which I pointed out to them, said free returns. But apparently, since they sent me a fidget spinner, that wasn't part of the free returns. How does that work? Your website says free returns, but you're charging me to return it. And you're charging me for the fidget spinner. Yeah. Remember, guys, be careful who you do business with. Make sure if you order from a website you're not familiar with, do the research on the website. Like I said, I thought I did. I felt comfortable with it being in California because this is what was on their website. By the way, I did tell them that their website was false advertising. The phone number was in California that I'm aware of because it was a generic 800 type number. So I guess not really, but their address was California. and they took PayPal. So I felt comfortable with that, knowing that I would have supposedly PayPal protection. But I didn't feel like PayPal was looking out for me, telling me that since I had to actually call them, tell them the situation, they looked up my history and they're like, oh, you got good history, so we're just going to give you your money back. So if I return something in the past, would I have still got my money back? That's freaking retarded. Anyways, let's see. You should expose them. What's the point? Nobody ever listens to me anyways, Johnny G. I've learned that anyways. The old saying is they'll get theirs when they get there. So if I had like 1 million subscribers, I would, but I don't even have like 1,000. So yeah. If you want the website, I'll tell you the website when I look it back up, because I deleted all of it, but I still have it somewhere. So I'll look it up and I'll give you guys the website next time if you guys really want to know what it is, so you guys can stay away. But just remember the old saying, if the deal looks too good, it's too good of a deal. So remember that, because yeah, the Hatz were too good of a deal and it ended up being garbage. Almost to 1K. Yeah. Thanks, Hatter. How's your 100 going, by the way? Did you get back to 100? By the way, if you guys are not subscribed to Professor Hatter, go subscribe to him so he can get back up to 100 subscribers, because somehow he lost his subscribers and now he's back at 99 unless he got one today. So if you're not subscribed to Hatter already, just go give him a subscribe, will you please? Help the guy out because he deserves it. He works hard on his videos, and he does need to start the segment Story Time with Hatter to make his stuff more entertaining. LG Max 73, what's up, buddy? Just came to say what's up. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. I guess this was an unofficial podcast, but I will see you guys next week on Thursday at 5:30. Maybe I'll start it earlier. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. You guys all know I really appreciate you guys. Honestly, I don't know. You guys are the ones that make it worth fun. And, I everybody's right that told me I shouldn't get so caught up in all the BS and the drama. Sometimes you can't really help it. You try to stay away from it. What is Hatter saying there? Then I can officially put out my 100 sub celebration. Set notifications, everyone. Sometimes you can't help it with the drama. There's just, it just comes, I guess, with the territory. The bigger you get on YouTube, the more crap is going to happen. But also, you guys, you got to remember, not everybody on YouTube is like me, you, them, and there's honestly not a lot of good people on YouTube. There's a lot of great people on YouTube, but there's also a lot of not great people on YouTube. So just remember that, guys. But it's not my place, or it's not really my personality to really call anybody out or anything. That's just not how I am. But I will tell you, I won't associate with people that I know are not good. So just remember that, you guys. We appreciate you and that you're a good dude and do a great job on videos and reviews. Thank you very much, Rob S. So thank you guys for coming today. Thank you for the other day, by the way. I didn't think anybody would actually show up just because, I did it unannounced as usual. So thank you guys for everybody, because you guys, I know you guys are all the loyal supporters, and you guys I'm the reason why I am where I am today, because of you guys. So thank you. So I'll see everybody next Thursday. I do have videos coming out through the weeks, because you guys know that I told you I wouldn't stop doing those because I like doing them. Plus I do have a couple already that I've done. So I just make them and they're ready for you. So more videos will come up, but I will see you guys next Thursday. If you guys want to go check out the card channel when I start doing videos on that, you can guys go to that Hatz_auctions. I'll probably change the name because I don't really like the auctions part of the name, but we'll see about that because I'm not married to that name. I didn't get Hatz auction tattooed on my arm, so we'll see. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you guys next time. Johnny G, keep it up with the Coke. Rest Fan Florida, Rob S, Professor Hatter, LG Max 73. Who else did we get on here? I know we got Hughes Tex 99, the Thick and Chunky Show with Corey Styles. Oh, dude, you guys got to go check that one out. That's a great name. I love that name. So we didn't see Dan D9, but just in case Dan D9 stopped by, hey, Dan D9, how you doing? Because I always know Dan D9 watches it. Cause he's wasting money. Thank you for stopping by. And Michael, thank you so much for stopping by. So I will see you guys next time, next Thursday for sure, live. And who knows, maybe if I pick up a hat, I'll come back on here, but we'll see. All right, guys. Major League Hats out. All right, everybody. See ya.